Welcome, world.
Before the dawn breaks, engine starts to roar. Dusty strips and gravel banks, they've seen 1,000 more. Fuel in the tanks, wind on the wings, up into the blue where only eagles sing.
Oh, and I've just got a notification on my phone about it. It works. Right, well then, good evening everybody and welcome to flight night 4th of the 4th, 2026. This evening we should be enjoying the newly released Blackburn Buccaneer, or Sydney Buccaneer, SP2 if you want to be really correct with this one.
User disconnected from your channel.
Muttering, alright, I'll try not to mutter, but if I speak too loudly I shall cough like a coughing, dying person, so excuse any breaks coughing. This evening we shall be flying along the lovely south coast of England for a little while before, once we've soaked up the atmosphere, we turn inland and head to the other side, ending up just off Bristol at Filton, and then we'll have a half-time break, and then we shall be going straight up through Wales before our final destination this evening of Liverpool. Always an exciting place to be. We're going to be going at about 280 knots, which is quite slow for this aircraft, but it gives us time to enjoy the view. And we're going to be climbing to 3,000 feet at about 1,000 foot a minute once we get off out of St.Marys here. Turning onto a rough heading of about 65 degrees, but once we hit the Land's End sort of area-ish, we will be following the coast for our maximum enjoyment. I've got the time as noon, and weather is core high pressure, I think. Shall we go flying and see what happens?
Yes, why not?
If you're flying the Buccaneer for the first time, it's a good idea to make sure you've got a little bit of flap out, and also your ailerons are drooped somewhat. There is a handle for that on the left side panel just above where the gear indications are. Gear indication is the one that shines a little bit red. Push the mouse about halfway down those handle levers and you'll get it to droop to the takeoff position.
With courage in their hearts and freedom.
And if you haven't flown the Buccaneer much, you need to get the nose wheel off the ground at about 100 knots and then on sticker at about 130. Otherwise you might fly off into the ether and never watch me for the roll. Like a fairground ride.
Shit.
Hello, Jerome.
Rain on the canopy, runway lights in the dark field glow. Call signs crackle in my headset. Ready to check and we let it roll. Chalk cliffs under the wingtips, engines roar like a drag chain. Climb hard over old coastlines, every cloud knows
If
I'm
you can hear me, your new account's live, by the way.
we rise, steel wings screaming through the English sky.
User joined your channel.
In the fight up high, flight gear, never say goodbye. Warbird's over, I'll be on, we ride that line. From white foam surf to the factory lines, hold the throttle, feel the heart ignite. Flight gear UK, we own this night.
knots, yeah? 280?
280, what we're aiming for. I got a little bit over, I'm about 300, but I'm slowing down.
Slow down, disappearing off into well yonder.
Heading is 060. Hi there, Stuart. We're going to level up at 3,000. Standby one's better.
Warbird's over, Albion, we rise, steel wings screaming through the English sky, brothers and sisters in the fight up high, flight gear heroes never say goodbye.
I'm reading one of my magazines about and practicing the Buccaneers for the red flag. Did a lot of practicing, setting the radio altimeters to 100 feet, 80 feet, 60 feet.
Here's the only aircraft that takes off unless it's undercarriage, so it can get flying low enough.
In a changing world.
Yeah, well, my takeoff wasn't the most elegant. It went off to the side and I found a bit of a ski ramp.
Reliability.
All they had them on ship.
From low over grey northern seas to hot.
They go wobbly if you don't get the nose wheel off by about 105 knots.
One aircraft has been bred.
Yeah, well, it veered off to the left, off the runway. And there's some nice little embankments
The
for that
Blackburn
airfield.
Buccaneer. Purpose built. Proven. Precise.
Buccaneer under its plane, and radio.
Tomorrow's workhorse.
Good.
Calm in the storm, steady in the surge. When the briefing ends and the mission begins, you'll wanna
Last one.
on your side.
I can't do the noise tonight.
Rugged airframe deep in its bones. Clever wings that fold, that tuck, that travel.
I'll leave it following the heading
Engines
for the
tuned for
moment.
the long haul through
Still
heavy
catching
air,
up.
thin air, any weather the world can
Well, I'm
muster.
turning a little while.
Tomorrow's
User
workhorse.
joined your channel.
Low, fast, and utterly composed. From carrier deck to distant coast, you'll want a Buccaneer on your side. In the control tower, on the plotting board, on the deck, eyes narrowed against the spray. One name is spoken with quiet confidence.
Okay, slight right turn in about
Buck.
15 seconds.
Tomorrow's workhorse. Buccaneer. Built
Kinda
to
cut off
endure,
to get
built
to,
to excel.
Penzance, which is just at 2 o'clock.
Slim, you want a Buccaneer on your side.
Enthusiastic autopilot at the top.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably needs a bit more work, the autopilot, but they're all very twitchy at the moment. Okay, everyone's catching up, so we're going to follow the coast.
Heading, is it?
Yep.
Sweet noise here, see.
Do I actually have the sound on? Oh, we caught one.
What?
Rayonics. Someone owes me a chicken sandwich meal with Fanta.
You can tell.
I thought his services be required, you know, being an F-15 pilot. A bit short of them at the moment.
It's very mean.
Photo scenery is looking quite impressive.
It looks lovely down this side of the country, doesn't it?
Yeah. Got to turn the sea effects off though to get the best.
Yeah, you have. It's annoying, I've only ever been down this end of the country when the weather's been really bad. I've never seen it look good in person.
Been down this end of the country? Had no
It's
need
too
to.
far. Doesn't matter where you're from, it's too far.
Yeah, I've only ever been to Plymouth twice. First time the whole country were flooded, and it took about 20 hours to get there on the train because it went every alternative route to miss the floods. So we got to HMS Raleigh in bloody midnight in dark. And the second time we were going on a sailing ship and it was a bloody hurricane, so we had to pull into Dartmouth for a day or so. I can't keep up with you lot. I'm doing nearly 300 knots.
Laps back up and your gear in and then
Yeah, everything's in.
speed brakes and everything. This does not use standard commands, there's too many commands for it to use. You can use some standard commands.
I'm amazed most of it worked.
Yeah, come on, it's only taken us 5 years.
It's got full hydraulic system, fuel system, blower system, it all bloody worked.
Passing below me.
Born in a bedroom, head in the clouds,
High altitude for a Buccaneer.
shot on the wall.
It is. We should be low level in the second half. I wanted people to enjoy the scenery in this half.
Wrote our names on the side of the sky.
Have you two been using the Google to Blender scenery gathering way of doing it recently?
No, I haven't been able to get that working. It worked for a while, but I haven't worked it recently.
Yeah, well, I had a play yesterday and I reinstalled all the various bits of code and add-ons and stuff, and I managed to extract the stuff out of Google, but then Blender won't bloody run it.
Giving that arms.
And I found another one which looks very simple, using Bing Maps. The only problem is you've got to have a Microsoft developers account.
Late night missions.
Oh yeah, that's not easy.
Well, that was a very simple, you know, anybody could use that if you would past the account business and not paying for that.
I know it's far from perfect, but it's nice to have one.
What's called Rose? Is that helicopters?
Yeah.
Sounds, it's a Navy air fleet army into place. Nobody commented on the pictures I put up of the John F. Kennedy on the Ford.
Flash, we know he's not flying a Buccaneer.
Yeah, Ollie, I still, I was trying to dig mine out because I had a similar thing. I went on holiday to Turkey and we ended up doing a little boat trip that included a circle around one of the big American carriers covered in F-18s and the American police boat trying to chase us off and get all these tourists away from the boat, and the Turkish boat drivers didn't give a shit because they were getting extra tips.
Yeah, well, this were more official. I was on a sea cadets course down at Portsmouth, 1976, and they took us out on an Admiralty tender for a trip out into the Solent. We went round the John F. Kennedy. I didn't have a camera with me, but I just remember looking up, and over every deck edge there was tomcats and all the other ones hanging off the sides. And then pictures I found on Facebook, they were from the same thing, but that person actually was on the ship. They never let us go on it, so we just went round it. But being so ginormous, it wasn't, it didn't go into the harbour itself, it sounds moored outside.
Some nice looking places around there, most of them I've never heard of.
Yeah, well, I want to do learning a bit more 3D modelling and do some light sticks. There's a lot missing.
Well, I don't know if you noticed, I think it was on the flight gear development list last week. The nice scenery map and the way that you can add models and things is all changing, so you need a GitHub account and Git approval to get them on there now.
Well, I think I've got an account with that. It's still doing it the traditional method, because I've been repositioning, all this stuff where you find like ships on the land. It's quite easy to reposition them using that scenery map. You just you mark the object which is out of position, and then just say I want to move it to a new position. You get two little windows up and you just click on it to its new place and upload it, and it normally gets approved.
That's good. I've never tried it.
Yeah, well, for that it's very straightforward. So if the item which you want to move, you click on it, right click on it, and it says mark this object, and then there's another right click what says move to new position. Click on that and two windows pop up, and then you click on where you want it to go, and it puts a new lat and lon in. You can alter the orientation and the height, or change it to a different model if you got one.
Sounds too simple for flight game. Did you get your bridge working?
Yes, I've just uploaded it finally this afternoon.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, the problem I can't get to bloody work is when you're doing placing scenery using UFO to do the fine positioning. Normally you press the equal sign and you should get a slider window come up so you can move it X, Y, up, down, left, right, whatever, and that won't bloody display. It's something to do with Windows, Windows, whatever I try I can't get it to be visible. I know it does work sometimes, but so you have to do a little bit of messing around in the 3D modelling program to get the right height and stuff and roughly in the right position.
That's interesting, because I think I had that last time I tried it.
Yeah, well, it does work, 'cause I have seen it before, but I don't know why it ain't coming up now. And I read all the help files about why things to do, like pressing tab and alt and stuff like that, to see if it's on the Windows, behind something else, and I still can't get it to be visible. But if you press Alt and click, you can move the item in real time, which gets it approximately in the right place.